Hey guys, it's me, the Donphanatic, and welcome to week 3 of the Pokemon Premier League. You might be able to tell through my voice, I'm not very well. I've got a sore throat, I've got a really nasally, congested head, so I don't really want to go over this for too long, but also this team prep is very precise, very detailed, and I've had a lot of help from the council this week in actually preparing for this matchup, so I felt it was only right to actually go through the prep and the game plan before we get to see the battle versus Helios and the God, who is our week 3 opponent. I can't remember if I've said that. But yes, we're playing Helios. He's not had a great start to the season. He's 0-2, but it's the first time back in draft for a long time. So he's probably just taking some time to readjust. This is a different game now to what it was in the past. So as much as I want to see him succeed and win, I also want to win, so I want him to lose. So we've got the matchup on the screen. Sorry it's a bit stretched, but I just wanted to cover up the other screen with all the showdown page and all my team building stuff. I think this is quite a tough matchup for me, right? I've got a couple of things. My Ogerpon goes absolutely crazy into this team. If I get a Sword Stance up, the fastest thing is Moth. If it's not Booster Speed or not Scarfed, Ogerpon has the opportunity of being the fastest thing on the field. So if I can get to +2 and kill off basically the Iron Hands, I think the entirety of his draft dies to one hit. And sorry, my cat is hogging the cam. So you had my newborn child 2 weeks ago, you've now got my original fur baby there, Penny. Ogerpon can do some real damage, especially if I can get my rocks up. The likes of Houndstone, if it's like a defensive one, could potentially take a +2 Ivy Cudgel. Cudgel bypasses Fluffy, by the way. That's why I don't think there's anything on his team that can really take it on other than the hands. So if I can get rid of the hands, Ogerpon, Cornerstone looks like a huge player. Keldeo is always looking good. Keldeo could be a multitude of things this game. I don't really want to run. I don't think I've actually run a water move on my Keldeo yet, because someone's had a really good way of stopping it. This is no exception. There's a Rillaboom and there's a Volcanion, which is immune to water, and there's a Slowking. Everything that's weak to water is weak to fighting, apart from the Moth. For which I've decided to go Terra Ghost, and I'll go over that in a minute. But there was also discussions in prep about going Terra Fighting and then running Choice Specs and just clicking Secret Sword. That 2 shots a non-physically defensive Florges, which is funny. Same with Moth. Slowking, however, takes it a lot better. But there is also the Houndstone, so that wasn't quite as attractive to me. And in mocks, I had run the Ghost Keldeo, which is why I eventually stuck with it. Otherwise, I feel like my matchup is terrible. I think Gouging Fire really struggles here. Defensively, it looks good into Moth. But even then, if it's Terra Moth, so if it's Terra Poison, Sludge Wave, it's going to be doing a lot to me, and now that's Speed and Kill. Hands is a big issue for it. Yes, I get Earthquake, but Hands is fat, it'll live a hit, and then it'll probably just decimate me back. Excadrill is Excadrill, that's super effective into me. Slowking is defensively good into me. I can't really do a lot to it unless I manage to get a couple of Dragon Dancers up and I'm fully attack invested. Rillaboom obviously struggles. Florges can kind of struggle. You've got a T-Tar who can hit me super effective, and again I don't think I can kill that in one reliable hit. Volcanion checks fire moves incredibly well. You've then got Hydreigon, which is faster and can just kill me with a Dragon move. You've got Ursaluna, which can just kill me with an Earth Power. There's a lot here that means Gouging Fire struggles, and it's the premier mon on my team. So I'm going to have to go into this week without it, in my opinion. Gambit, can't do anything again. It's King Gambit. Ribombee I did consider, because actually, Moonblast and Bug Buzz actually do quite well into this team. He says into half, and then it's absolutely terrible into others. I decided I had that on the build at one point, but I really struggled to come up with a cohesive team until about the day before the battle, and Alex Monty-Baynet, who's also in PPL, had a genius master stroke. So I'll go through the team and explain everything there. So first up, we've got the Keldeo. I've already alluded to this. It's Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost is for the Slowking. It's so I can still hit the I'm immune to fighting from the Iron Hands, which is really important because it stops it from recovering up, and this could be a good way for me to break the Iron Hands. I do wonder if it'll be AV Hands to kind of switch into this, but he's also got a Volcanion, he's also got a Slowking, he's also got a Rillaboom. Like, there's multiple things he could bring. Ghost in general, over everything, just looks really well. I wasn't expert belt, I was leftovers. That's just me being stupid. I'm running enough speed to outspeed whatever the Hydreigon. Yes, I have Vacuum Wave, but I need to be able to hit it with Aura Sphere to actually kill it, unless I'm at like +3 or +4. Otherwise, I can't kill it. But yeah, Terra Ghost hits everything neutrally pretty much on my opponent's team. And obviously if it's like a dark type, then it just dies to a fighting move. We're a bit bulky, and I say a bit bulky. The remaining EVs have just gone into HP, and I'll explain why in a minute. But yeah, this Keldeo is either endgame if I can kill off the Moth somehow, but also it's a breaker to allow my Ogerpon. So they can kind of flip and flop between, like, Ogerpon can break for Keldeo endgame, or Keldeo can break for Ogerpon endgame. Next, we've got Zapdos. Pure physically defensive. Like, for the Rillaboom, it's a possibility. I feel that it could come, because it does take on Keldeo quite okay. That could be the AV user. Also, Slowking is something that I'm going to struggle with, so having, like, Discharge is nice. Yes, he's got 2 ground types. One in Ursaluna and one in Excadrill, but I've got Heat Wave for the Excadrill and U-Turn to get on out from the Ursaluna. But yeah, it's just kind of like a staple. It's just like a bulky pivot for me. I did actually play the game with pressure. I forgot to put Static on, which didn't matter, I don't think. It possibly could have helped me, but I don't think it mattered in the end. Next, we've got Mesprit. Mesprit, this is Genius Stroke 1 from Alex. So we were thinking, I need something for hands, so it has to be Mesprit. Now, I'm Terra Dragon on Mesprit because Moth is an issue, hands is an issue, so I can resist fire, I can resist the electric moves from hands. I obviously am immune to ground. Like, Dragon just overall gave me the most resistances, along with Levitate making me immune to the ground moves. And you can see I'm a really specific EV set here. I can't actually remember what that's for, but we've got Psychic Noise again to stop that Iron Hands from Drain Punching its health back up, because I need to keep that low for Ogerpon to win. Drain Punch just for my longevity, but also to hit the T-Tar if it comes, and also to hit the Excadrill if it comes. Reflect is 2 things. One, it allows me to take on the Excadrill better, the Iron Hands better, but also it gives me a better opportunity to set up Keldeo. If I can get Keldeo in front of something like the Iron Hands, or the Iron Hands I think is possibly the best option, because T-Tar and Excadrill realistically are going to swap out. Iron Hands is a possible option. Reflect will really allow me to freely set up Calm Minds. And like I said, Terra Ghost, he can't Drain Punch. So if I can get to like +2, I can kill it, or if it's AV, I'll chunk it. And with the leftovers, I should be in a good position to then take either another kill or get massive damage off something else to allow Ogerpon. I'm hoping that would be the Moth. Yeah, we've got Healing Wish. So Healing Wish is here in case Keldeo gets low, in case it gets paralyzed or poisoned, but also it's here to reinstate any damage that has been done to my Ogerpon to maintain that sturdy. Having that sturdy could be the game, the difference in whether I can sweep the end game or not. So Healing Wish is just really good utility there. It's just a generalist mon, this Mesprit. I did have Mesprit on the team, I just didn't have it with Hazard, so I really didn't know what to go with. Not Hazard, sorry, with Screens, but the suggestion from Screens from Alex was great. Next, we've got Dunsparce. I've gone Body Slam Earthquake. I decided to go physical. The reason being is I didn't want the Ursaluna. No, what was it? There's something that I was going for. Florges, that's the one. I did also have Glare on this originally, but I put Toxic on here in the end because I wanted to be able to at least wither down a potential Calm Mind Florges, which is a problem for my team overall. And then obviously if I can Toxic that, then I can Roost stall a bit just to get the Toxic worn off, and then I can come in and revenge it with something like the Ogerpon, which I haven't come to yet. Earthquake is just there because ground into his team in general is pretty good. And then Body Slam with Serene Grace, obviously, for some paralysis. I'm running Mixed Defense because with the Reflect Up, this thing will chew physical hits for days and then just retaliate or roost stall. Like if there's sand, I can stall out the sand. If it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say now, but Toxic also helps with potential Iron Hands. Iron Hands would seem like a pretty safe swap into the Dunsparce, especially if it's AV, because normally the Dunsparce runs Boom Burst, so it would take those hits quite well. Just click a Drain Punch and return and get your health back. So if I can get a Toxic on that, again, that helps the Keldeo and the Ogerpon Cornerstone endgame. Next up is the Ogerpon. I'm just running a very simple EV spread. I'm being the fastest thing on the field, barring Scarfers. If I get a Trailblaze up, I am the fastest thing on the field, minus a booster speed or a Scarf Iron Moth. So, very basic set. Ivy Cudgel, Power Whip. That's all I need to hit the team either neutral or super effective. And at +2, the only things that don't die are Hands. If Hands isn't physical and not fully HP invested, Power Whip actually can one-shot it. But I might need a little bit, and by a little bit of chip, I mean like 10-15%. Then Power Whip is a guaranteed kill. But also Power Whip can miss, so I don't really want to rely on that. But if I can get an SD up and kill something off, then I should be in a really good position with this Ogerpon to potentially just sweep the game. But this is my in-game Mon. Very basic, not a lot for me to say. Final Mon. Now, this is Peace à la Resistance of the team, and thank you again to Alex for the suggestion. He suggested it, and we kind of worked on it together to make it, like, perfect. But what I haven't mentioned so far is, we already know my team is incredibly weak to water, like, offensively, and I've made changes for next week, so I'll go over that when it happens. But there is a Terra Volcanion here, and I fully well expect Terra Water. If it was me, I'd be Terra Water Volcanion, leading it turn 1 with Choice Specs and just clicking Steam Eruption, because even that will do like half to Keldeo. I just have nothing for it. So I'm thinking, okay, he should lead with the Volcanion. Even if he's not Specs and he's not Terra Water, Steam Eruption will probably kill my Donphan. But obviously, I will have Sturdy. So we are running the Triple E, the Earthquake, Endeavour, Endure, and Stealth Rock. Now, I'm running Sturdy, obviously. I'm leading. This is my dedicated lead. I'm leading it no matter what, especially if I see that Volcanion, because I expect Volcanion to lead first. If I'm my opponent, I have nothing with Volcanion, let's just hit things. So, obviously I live with Sturdy. I'm thinking he'll use his Terror so he doesn't get hit by Earthquake, because if he gets hit by Earthquake, he dies. So I can nullify my opponent's Terror and nullify the Volcanion all in one go. So my plan is, click Endeavour turn 1. I don't want to be clicking Stealth Rocks and then Endeavour, because if I get burnt by Steam Eruption, that whole plan is out the window just for me to get Stealth Rocks up, which are nice this game, but aren't vital. It's a good chip for things, but I'd rather kill the Volcanion. So I'm Endeavouring turn 1. If I don't get burnt, fantastic. I'm then clicking Stealth Rocks turn 2, because unless it's Terra Ghost, I come in with Keldeo and kill it with Vacuum Wave. There is obviously a chance they could Flame Charge me. I don't know if they'll expect Custap, but if they're Terra'd, then I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think they'd expect Custap just because I'm Sturdy. Sturdy is obviously Donphan's normal ability. It's the most common ability, so they might not expect Custap. But yeah, Endeavour into Stealth Rock. I don't need Donphan to kill the Volcanion. I just need Donphan to get it to 1 HP and get rocks up. If it's done that, it's done its job. If Volcanion isn't there, but Iron Hands is obviously there, then actually this serves a really good check into the Iron Hands. And like I've mentioned, he's quite weak into ground. I can just click Earthquake over and over and over again, pretty much. I'm trying to think if there is actually a flying type on his team. I can't remember if there is. I don't think there is. So Earthquake, I can just do damage. There is a Rillaboom. That could be a problem for this Donphan. But again, like, I could even like Endeavour that turn 1 if they decided to click something there. So yeah, it could nullify something from turn 1, and that's what I'm wanting from this Donphan, hopefully the Volcanion. Anyway, I've gone on for the team builder for nearly 15 minutes now. My throat hurts. I'm bunged up. I will... sorry, if you guys did like enjoy the team builder-y type part, then obviously let me know your comments below. We're going to get into the battle, but I really do appreciate your support, so leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it so far. If If you are going to write any comments about the battle as well, please mark it with spoilers, just so people don't see outcomes of the battles before it's done. I've rambled enough. Let's just flip over to the battle now. Okay, we're here for the game. And from his terrors, it looks like we have gone for... he's gone for things I haven't expected. Why you would go normal on Houndstone? Not sure. Especially when I have Keldeo. But the Ghost Keldeo makes me look like a genius, so that's good. He's bought Volk as Fairy and Moth as Fairy. I was so scared of Water Volk. Because... what am I trying to say? Because that thing I don't switch into, so... let's see what other things he's got. So, he does bring the Ursaluna. No Slowking is wild. Ursaluna, Iron Hands, and Excadrill. So no sand. So Houndstone's probably defensive. I'm going to stick with my plan. So, Ogerpon, after I get some chip on the hands, kind of just wins. Is my thought process. Maybe the... what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The... Volcanion. Yes, right, so this is what I prepped for. So this is one of two things that could stop Ogerpon. I'm just endeavouring. If you click Terra Fairy here, that would be quite nice. Because you might not want to die to the Earthquake. You actually don't switch into this. I've just realised. It doesn't switch into this. He's got 4 things weak to ground. 3 things weak to ground. 4 things weak to ground. Until he terrors. So if he terrors into Fairy, he does. Okay. Hold. I'm also adamant Earthquake. So he can't, he's wasted his terror. He hits, which is what I wanted. If he burns me, I don't care. Because I got the Endeavour off this time. No burn. So that's nice. Now I'm going to get my rocks up. With the Custap, he could spin, but I don't really care. So what do I want to do after this? Custap and get my rocks up. Donphan done its job. But it done its job exactly how I wanted it to be done. So that's brilliant. You flame charge. Okay. That's fine, because now I can just go Keldeo and Vacuum Wave you. You're not choiced. What actually like genuinely stops me here? I'm gonna Vacuum Wave. Yeah, take my kill. So, this thing gets a kill. This is really uninsightful, but he's wasted his Terror, so I can delete all that off there now. You won't go Moth. I don't think you'll go Houndstone. You're going to Hands. How much? So you AV, right? You're probably AV. But I think if I can... Because there's no sand, so I think if I kill this now, I just win, right? Other than the Houndstone. Iron Hands, Assault Vest. Oh, I mean, you take no damage. If I Terra Ghost... Like, Wild charged so much, Jesus Christ. I think I Terra and Calm Mind. I just need to chip this thing down. Depending what you do, I can always go into Mesprit. This is probably a throw. I should have just taken my damage when I could. But if you're like AV... If you're not AV, right, you take quite a bit. Supercell Slam. Supercell Slam. So I think you've got some investment. I go out into this all the time. Especially as I have Healing Wish, so I can heal that thing back up. Should have probably just clicked Aura Sphere. Because actually, looking at it, it would have done about 30%. Jesus Christ, that does so much. Let's Reflect. You don't really switch into this thing either. I need chip on this and chip on the Houndstone. What does Houndstone take? So I get Reflect off, which is nice. That's here for 8 turns. Supercell Slam. He's letting me get damage off, which is nice. That is some good shit. Good shit. You could miss. That would be nice. Right, a Healing Wish. Into the Keldeo. Can Calm Mind once. Now I'm behind the Reflect. So Healing Wish. If he SDs, that could be a problem. So I think that counts as a hands kill. Oh, he clicks Punch. If he'd have clicked Supercell Slam there, that would have been genius. But I'm not genius, clearly. Right, we go into this. So I should take very little here, right? I Calm Mind once, then I click Terra Blast twice. And if I can break this... Can you just miss Supercell Slam? Alright, hang on. Let's go Keldeo +2 into Iron Hands. I think I Calm Mind again. And then I attack. If I don't kill it, that could be a slight issue. This man has hit all his supercells. This makes me sad. Terra Blast. God, let's use it. Jesus. Can you miss a Supercell? Okay, so I'm glad I attacked that turn. At +2 special defense. Could go Ursaluna, he doesn't, that's fine. So Iron Moth, if you're booster speed, I live a hit comfortably. If you are Specs, I'm pretty sure I die. So I probably should have just gone to +1. And then attack twice. Oh, what health am I at? 115. 34. So if he's booster special attack, there's 3 rolls that kill me. So he has to be Specs to kill me. If he's not Specs, he can't kill me. Excadrill. If Excadrill comes in here, it's either Scarfed or Chottle. Vacuum Wave should kill, unless it's defensive. Even then, how much does Rocks do to it? Not a lot, I know, but... So in comes the Moth. A Terra Blast. This could be a huge mistake by Terra Blast. If you Specs, this kills. If you're not, it doesn't. Thank you. I don't know if this will kill you. Iron Moth. It doesn't. That's annoying. So I don't think Vacuum Wave kills. So, what I was trying to work out was, does Fluffy stop? Ivy Cudgel. If it's max HP, max defense, Ivy Cudgel at +2 does 76 to 90.5. So, I was at 114 and I went down to something, so I died to another one. I think I Vacuum Wave. Crit? No. Okay. Let's get the special attack drop. That's fine. Just body slam. This is a hella offensive game. So it's a shame. I wish I had Surf. I mean, I couldn't fit it on, obviously, but this is lining up for an Ogerpon endgame still. So Moth is 1. No. He could go Houndstone. Now that I think about it, if he has Houndstone, I just go into Zapdos, right? This thing will die. I could Toxic the Houndstone too. Stay in a Fiery Dance. Tank it. You get the special attack drop, it doesn't matter. The Dunsparce gets the KO. So Moth goes down. I think I might take a hit from anything. Do I outspeed the Ursaluna? So you go into this. Straight Zapdos. Heat Wave could work. I'm meant to be static. It spins. Okay. That's annoying. I wish I was static now. Let's Heat Wave. This is going to be a tight end game. Like, I could just go the bear. He Stealth Rocks. Interesting. So he wants my Sturdy gone. Land. Holy shit. Land the Heat Wave. Burn? No burn. So, Excadrill. So that's up the rocks. That's interesting. I'm gonna Heat Wave again, take some shit. You Iron Head. You know what? I'll take it. I kind of want to Roost. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Just gonna Heat Wave. I think I just let Zapdos go if I kill this Excadrill. I feel like the Dunsparce can do this. It could be a Body Press on the Houndstone. Oh, this is going to be close. This just isn't the team that I predicted, so this is, it threw me off quite a bit. Hands is dead. Volcanion is dead. So it's just the Houndstone, this Excadrill, and Ursaluna. He stays in. He land the Heat Wave. So I need to click Heat Wave if Ursaluna comes in. You've got to click Blood Moon, right? I've then just got to click Cudgel. If he then brings in Houndstone, I think I SD. The fact that he wanted to get rid of the rocks is interesting. This is Sash. We land. It's good shit. He clicks the Blood Moon. Okay, so Zapdos gets its kill. Do you hard swap? I could double into the Dunsparce and click the Toxic. I don't think he can kill me, right? So I think SD is my play. How much does... You're not Life Orb. Can't be Specs. Power still does 67, and you'll have This is such a... Because like, if I get to +2, Cudgel does 76 min. I'm power whipping. He withdraws. If I'd have SD'd... If I SD and then Cudgel, it could be okay. That done nothing. And that is pretty much what I expected. So how much would body press do? It wouldn't kill me. I'm going to click SD. If he wisps, good play. I should have SD'd and then cudgeled, and I think I'd have been in a good position. Body press. Cudgel. I don't think I can beat the Ursaluna. Is my problem. Rocks would have been really nice for this. Ivy Cudgel does 76.7 minimum. I mean, if I don't kill it, I lose, right? That's where I am with this. I probably should have kept Keldeo around for this endgame. If I'd kept Keldeo around for this endgame, then it would have been pretty much smooth sailing, I think. Crit. We kill it. It comes down to whether it has Vacuum Wave or not, right? Ursaluna. You'll have Blood Moon, Hyper Voice, Earth Power. Something else. Surely I can just click Trailblaze, right? That +2. I actually can't. If he's max HP. I click Trailblaze. He doesn't have Vacuum Wave. Did I just throw? No. Get in there. Okay, I'm so surprised he didn't have Vacuum Wave on that. And unlike Dave, we keep our Ogerpon Cornerstone alive. So, yeah, really good game in the end to Helios. That was insanely close. I'm so glad you didn't Wisp. I think if you had Will-O-Wisp, then I would have probably just lost on the spot. Incredibly fast-paced game. Knew it would be. Didn't expect the Houndstone really to come. Because yes, you're fluffy, but you're weak to fire, so that kind of nullifies that. I think there was a lot. And obviously you had Fairy Volk. If I was Helios, I would have just gone Terra Water and just Choice Specs and just clicked Hydro Steam as much as I could. But Ogerpon, we identified before the game that Ogerpon was the win con. And there you go, it was. So thanks for watching, guys. 2-1 this season. We've made some big transfers, by the way, from week 4. We have dropped the Gengar, the King Gambit, and the Ice Cube. Rest in peace, Ice Cube. And we've picked up Umbreon, the Basculegion male form, I believe, and what was the ghost? Oh no, sorry, Revavroom. So we've made those changes. If you've got this far now, you know. Next week the team will be a different. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.